Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Catriona Morten and I'm a sensory-motor psychotherapist. And today I'd like to talk to you about listen to your body, how we listen to our body. We've all got a body and we all know it expresses different things, it feels different things, emotions, physical sensations. We can take it to exercise classes and make it do things, play sports, but we're not actually taught how to listen to it, what it is actually telling us. And it's got so much information it can give us that's often very different to how our head interprets things. We know when we meet someone and we say to them, "Oh, how are you?" and they go, "I'm fine." We know that that doesn't actually match the way that they're feeling. What I'd like to do today is help you on that journey to listening, to be able to tune in to what your body's telling you. If I ask people about their shoulders, "How are your shoulders today?" they'll go, "Yeah, they're fine, normal." How are your arms like? Yeah, they're normal. We're not really getting information from our shoulders and our arms about what it's like being them. So we have to take the head out of it, take the thoughts out of it, and only tune in to sensations in the body. It can be quite a hard transition from thinking, doing, to sensing in. And so I like to get a bit of a segue in to wake up that connection so that we can start to feel and interpret what's going on. One way of doing that is to squeeze all the muscles in your arms and your legs so you can feel them working and you're kind of waking them up. If it's too much to do it with both and you can't really listen, then just do it one thing at a time. So legs first. Can you feel the muscles in your legs squeezing? Can you feel them releasing? Do they release all the way, or is there tension somewhere? Do your calves release all the way, or are they holding a bit of tension? When you go down to your feet, can you feel your feet on the floor? Without looking at them, can you feel the position that your feet are in? I know that one of mine is slightly more further in than the other. It's a bit more straight out. When you feel into your feet, can you feel the temperature of them? What temperature are your toes? Are they different to the sole of your feet? Can you feel your heels? How can you tell if your feet are warm or cold? Can you tell? When you come up to your hands, if you sense into your hands, what's the temperature of your hands? How are they communicating that information to you? When I ask people about their breathing, very often what people do is they start to breathe deeper. It's like that's the head saying this is the way you should be breathing. We're not really going to get the information. So no, we might do that in the first instance. It's like, okay, if you just drop that and just listen to how your body's actually breathing right now. And we can have a bit of a menu for that. Is it shallow? Is it deep? Is it fast? Is it slow? What parts of your body move? You can put your hand on your body to feel what moves with your breath. When I ask people, okay, let's expand it a little bit and just see what information we get back. Take a slower, deeper breath. When you take that in, can you feel your diaphragm lifting up? Can you feel your shoulders moving? Can you feel that expansion? Is there anything that constricts it, that makes it not able to expand fully? This is all information that we get from the body. There's no right and there's no wrong. When we take acceptance over what's there and try and keep the head out of what it should be doing, the minute you hear words like, oh, it should be, or it shouldn't be like that, we try and drop those words so that we can actually feel what it's like, what our body is actually telling us. When we tune into it, we can wake it up in different ways. If we find that connection really hard, then we can wake up the connection so we can start practicing feeling and noticing. Chi energy is brilliant for doing that. We can create chi by rubbing our hands together and get some really hot friction going. Do it for a minute, feel it, and then just let yourself feel the buzzing energy and the heat that comes with it. And just noticing. It might stay in your hands, it might spread to other parts of your body. We can create different kinds of energy. We can shake your hands, shake them really vigorously, and then feel the buzzing that comes into it. And just feel it. That's information that's coming from your body. If we're going to manage any kind of anxiety or any kind of physical thing that comes up for us, whether it's to do with a behaviour or a coping mechanism, we want to be able to listen to what that is. What are the early warning signs? What's our body actually telling us? If we can't tune in to our body, then it's very unlikely that you're going to be able to recognise, are you hungry? Are you full? Have you eaten enough? What does your body tell you? Is it your head going, oh, it's 1 o'clock, it's lunchtime? Or is your body telling you, I'm hungry, I need some food? What are the signs of hunger? They're slightly different for everybody. Is it a rumbly feeling? Is it an empty feeling? Just being able to tune in and listen, it's a very mindful experience. It's how we're going to manage anything that our body's struggling with. If we feel really low and down, well, how does that affect us in our body? I'm just not feeling right today. Are your shoulders really heavy? If you try and lift them up, if you let them tell you what they feel about being lifted up, if you go, oh, I can lift them up, but they slump back down quickly, then they're maybe heavy. If your shoulders are really heavy, if you've got slumpy, low energy, then that's going to affect our mood. When we can recognise that kind of slumpy energy, it's like, okay, so what does it feel like it's doing? Oh, it feels like it's kind of pushing me over or pulling me down. Okay, brilliant information. If you can notice that, then we can try some experiments. So if we join in with the heaviness, when you make certain movements, if you add in a bit of strength and resistance, if that doesn't work, then well, what happens if you anchor your feet on the floor and you anchor your hands into your feet and you push downwards, the same direction the body's going in, but you're also pushing the upper body up? Well, what does that do? When you hold that position for a moment and really give it a good push and then you release it, you just listen. Once you can tune in to what your body's actually telling you, then you can help it. It's of massive benefit because the more we feel, the more we experience. We experience everything. The memories that we have of good things are because we felt good in those times. We felt it through our body. When we can wake up that connection, then our connection to the outside world and other people, it grows, it expands, it deepens. It gets a lot easier. So learning to listen and track and tune in, and don't be afraid of what your body's trying to tell you. It's not your enemy. It's not doing things to just make your life difficult. If you have issues with your stomach, then listen to what that's like. Is it a burning kind of sensation? Is it a churning sensation? Then you'll have an idea of what is needed, how it needs to cool itself down. Does it need an ice pack? Does it need a different flow of energy going if it's got a kind of churning sensation? Well, what helps it settle? Are there movements that help that settle? Is there a holding that helps? Your body will tell you, but only if you can tune in and to listen to what it's telling you. If you tune in and start going, I think you're not, that's from your head. Your body will tell you. How do you know? How do your feet tell you that they're warm or cold? That's the information that we need to be really paying attention to, listening to, being curious about. When we can do that, everything else gets a lot easier. So I hope that's been helpful and useful, and I hope you're going to start trying to listen in and tune in to what your body's telling you. So if you've liked this video, give us a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel below, and we look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye!